invite our dignitaries and partners from Costa Rica government and the Israel government. We have two lovely ladies with us. We have with us Ms. Ronnie and Hechi Dr. Claudia. Ms. Ronnie, I'm going to request you to kindly take over.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here. The Thai Sustainability Summit is an amazing opportunity for countries to talk about what they're doing for the ecology, for the world, for sustainability. And I think it's so fitting that the Indian organization, TAI, the organization which is around the world but is based with Indian entrepreneurs, has invited Costa Rica and Israel to talk about sustainability, to talk about the things that we are doing in order to make this a better world for all of us, for future generations. Costa Rica is a country which is famous for the way it takes care of its environment, that it handles it in its environment, that it protects it and nurses it. And Excellency, I really look forward to an opportunity to visit your beautiful country because I've heard so many wonderful things about it, and I really hope that I'll be able to visit it very soon.
Very welcome.
As for Israel, we are in the vanguard of technologies that help the world in protecting the environment, in improving the environment. And we're working on it here at the Thai Sustainability Summit. We're talking about the various things that Israeli companies are so famous for doing, and they are so good at doing, working on agriculture issues, working on water issues, working on technologies which will help the entire world to protect the environment in order to leave a better world for our children and our grandchildren. Costa Rica and Israel are two countries where sustainability is a major factor for our people, for our businesses, for our technologies going forward, but also between Israel and India. This is something that we, as countries that have a very strong strategic partnership, are working on very seriously. In 2018, our prime ministers met and they agreed to work together to strengthen the economies. And the way that they're doing it is working on agriculture issues, on water issues, and on technological issues. Today, we're looking forward to celebrating our 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations between our two countries. And as we head into the 30th year of these diplomatic relations, we're actually very proud to be inaugurating within the next few months the 30th Center of Excellence for Agriculture here in India. This is a project that we've been working on for the past 10 years. We started out in the early 2000s, building centers of excellence where Israeli technologies are shown to Indian farmers in order to help the Indian farmer improve their produce, to grow their produce, to make more money out of their produce, which is something which is very important to everyone. It started with 1 or 2 very small centers of excellence, and today we're reaching 30, and we have in the pipeline another 12. So we're working together with India to bring them agricultural technologies. We're very proud to now have a water expert in the Israeli embassy in New Delhi who is helping bring Israeli water technologies to India. And we're working together in order to help both of our countries, because it's not just a matter of Israeli technologies and Indian capability markets, but it's a matter of working together in order to bring new technologies to the world. We also see India as a bridge to countries that were before we never had any sort of a footprint. Today, with the Abraham Accords and new countries which have made peace with Israel, we're working together with Indian partners in order to have trilateral partnerships between our countries and the new countries of peace, where we can work together to bring better things for people of all 3 countries and for people of the world. So I think that we can talk together here at this conference about the various ways that we can make the world a better place for future generations. And that's what this summit is all about. Thank you very much. Ambassador?
Thank you very much. For me, it's also a pleasure to be here and share this partnership with India and Israel, which contribute each one in its own way to have a better world and a more sustainable development. Costa Rica has had a long tradition of sustainability. We have been able to do this thanks maybe to the social stability that we have had, thanks to social reforms that were made in the 1940s and 50s. That made Costa Rica more aware of the environmental issues and problems that we face. We believe that sustainability is now in a limit for world development and also for our own survival. We have reached limits of pollution, of crisis, of environment, of deforestation, of food needs because of the development of wrong ways of doing things. And we have to correct that. We have to correct that because if every country and all the world would aspire to have the levels of consumption of energy and resources that countries like United States has, we would need 3 Earths. And even if it's so obvious, we only have one. So we need to start thinking differently about environment, about our social structure of what should we do with our resources that are limited. So we have to think globally. Costa Rica has taken some initiatives because we think that we should be an example of what we preach. We have reforested our land from 26% that was forest of our territory in the 1980s to 59% right now. 98 or 99% almost of our energy comes from renewable energy sources, especially hydro. But we're increasing our renewable energies in solar and wind very much. We expect by 2030 to have all the vehicles of the government be electric. So we have to transform our energy matrix. And for that, we need to look for partners like India and Israel to achieve this. But we not only have to think of ourselves from an individual or country point of view. This is a global issue. And from that perspective, we need to include all countries of the world. And we need to make this urgency of making the world more sustainable to all countries that are still struggling, thinking if we are or not in a right path. At this moment, the earth is heating, the level of oceans is going up, the pollution levels is going up, the CO2 is a danger that is already studied in many documents. So we need to take action, and urgent action to this. So this summit, I think, has chosen a very key topic that will last for many, many years until hopefully we start making it better for all of the world. We believe that this partnership should continue in a more frequent way. The summit by TAI is such a great idea of bringing together the sustainability issues with the entrepreneurial issues that will make the private sector aware that it has to be productive, but productive in a sustainable way. That is also profitable. And you can make business out of this process of making the world more sustainable and friendly with the environment. So I welcome very much this partnership with Israel and India. I think we can learn from each other a lot. And also we can expand our membership of this trilateral partnership to many other countries. So I congratulate and felicitate the leaders of this summit of TIE and hope the best and a very successful and fruitful conference. Thank you very much.